jumping right into it here. And now I think we're live. Looks good here. All right, we are back. Our streaming software seems to be running behind here. Minute less here. It's the same time, so I don't know. We're live though. I know that much. That's for sure. All right, we are, as I said, we're going to be working on our Aloy drawing today. We're going to be adding some pen and ink. We're not going to be going too long, about an hour session today. Inking it out, and then saving it for Watercolor Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll be painting it out tomorrow. We have a piece for Friday, another Figure Friday piece where we already worked out all the kinks to and problems, so that's going to be fun. That's a very fun piece that we're going to have for Friday, but we're going to be doing this for the next 2 days here. Pen and ink today, and watercolor tomorrow. So we're going to jump right into it. We're having a good week so far. Go, we can move it so it's like the full camera there. Drawing came out real nice. Good. Yeah, the drawing came out nice. We like where it's at. See, I don't think we had edited the reference photo at all, and I don't think I'm going to. Sometimes I'll edit and change the exposure on the reference photos. Sometimes I work from 3 different photos, one overexposed, one underexposed, one perfect, and go from there. Sometimes just one of the 3, sometimes 2 of the 3, but kind of depends on what I'm trying to see in the lights and the darks. I guess I kind of got a lot of what I'm looking for here. Here could be helpful, but I also think a lot of that is just going to kind of be a solid dark value here. And we'll be able to tell enough of the story with not much but just the dark value there, I think. Pick up some of that pencil. I just had this is a Blackwood pencil. It was just the closest pencil eraser I had. But normally I use a gum eraser or just a kneaded eraser, or just a nice white eraser. We have pretty good here. We have sleep coming around there. Light because it can't. This comes down, just kind of like the fur here. Right out. I'm gonna use a thin pen today. It's gonna be a R1, R.1. I don't know exactly. Small lead tip for our pen, so we can put down really fine, nice lines and kind of make them artsy and like whimsical almost. I'm gonna say sketchy, but that's just not the right term. Whimsical and loose, kind of what we're gonna go for. Because a lot of it is feathers and fur, so a lot of those lines will kind of help through the bow where we have sharp edges, and again, depending on the material, we'll keep that nice and sharp. Where there's a white edge, we probably will leave that kind of blank, but we might end up doing a lot of the whole piece lined anyway, because it just kind of looks. Liking the look of like the illustrative type of style here. Going through my last few marks with my pencil, making sure it's all exactly where we want it here. Always checking everything that we put down as we put it down, as well as after we put it down and put more pieces down, more marks down. because it's gonna change as we put stuff around it, especially with colors, but shapes as well. Drawing will definitely change. Sometimes it works, and other times you have to just kind of move it back a little bit here and there. Tweak some things, like we say, just kind of push some graphite around, charcoal around. But just as I'm going through with my last marks of my pencil, I am kind of taking a mental note of where I really want to put the ink, the pen marks. Because again, I might end up putting it everywhere, but I also might not. That's kind of what I'm going through in my head. Then I great. Pretty good. We're gonna start inking on this side right here and kind of work right up and through here. I'm gonna try not to smudge it out too much. Can only do so much, right? Sometimes some of the funnest part of inking a piece is making sure you're not just inking it blindly following your line. Still very much drawing and checking marks making. And you sometimes find some really nice subtle changes in the piece that you add as you're using a pen or ink, whatever that. But yeah, we like the energy, we like the pose, we like the action. We're gonna make sure we try to keep all of that. Don't want to. We have to make sure we get this line there, and then this eye has to curve, and look that one. Right, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna start very off to the left and see what we can do to ink this piece out here and just kind of get it ready to paint. As I said, it's going to be a very fun, loose line work, probably in a lot of these places, mainly due to the texture of the piece, not the piece of like her clothing. It's very fur. It's either fur, leather, feathers. What I am going to try to do as well when I'm doing this is I have a lot of marks down that are shading lines, like where I'm going to put values in different shades, different values, etc. Try to not mark those with a pen so that I can just keep them with nice fresh marks with value. Almost missed that finger there. Missed that finger. This song kind of tough when we're trying to go somewhat slow. You're talking to the drum. Dude, I just can't see. I can't get like a straight enough angle like that. It's weird to me. Pen really just starts to add a very nice feel to the pen when you start going in with it. It adds such a nice crisp value, and you can start seeing your edges, whereas with graphite sometimes you can't see as much because it's like a shiny gray, right? So it's almost, you kind of just keep working over it and then you can't even see it sometimes. Whereas that nice pen and ink doesn't have much there, obviously. Trying to move my hands away as much as I can, but I'm using sometimes when I'm inking like this, I will cover it up quite a bit because just kind of very much want to make sure those marks are right. I'm going to get all those marks right if we can. And as I go into this shadow area, I know it's shadowed because I'm looking at reference, but as I go into these areas where it's going to be shadowed, I can kind of be a little looser with my marks. Because again, these are just very much guidelines that I'm kind of working with here. I still very much want the watercolor and the paint to create its own piece as well. So I don't want the pen and ink to be overwhelming, overpowering to the watercolor. And because watercolor is somewhat opaque, kind of why I put it down a little scratchy sometimes, not as dark. Again, we'll keep kind of sketching all this in, getting like we say when we're drawing, put more marks down in pen and ink to make the painting process easier each time. So that you can kind of keep and continue picking and choosing which marks and shapes you want to use. As you go through different media. Because it will change, right? Maybe not substantially. Other times it will be very significant, you know? I kind of want going through quick with a pen, but I do want them to feel individual, like they're moving with individually, and like they're moving with the pose instead of having them just sort of stand by themselves. Like a lot of this, I will simplify with watercolor for sure. But I need it to read correctly so that I can simplify it with watercolor. Keep checking to make sure I'm not smudging too bad before I get to like very important parts that I have to. And once I get down here, I'll be fine not smudging, but I'm just trying not to smudge out the face pretty much. That's really it. Happy as an ear there. Works. Like again, specifically some of these edges, I'm definitely gonna just put like the accents of lines here and there. Because I definitely want to make this feel like, be able to make this feel like some sort of stylized hair. And that just means it has to stay like very soft. Those so why though? Right. Now we have to make sure we hit some of these important lines. I don't want to put, I have to. I don't really want to put that. I have to turn it a little. Right. Go. Nostril I have to hit. This one I kind of only want to hit one side. Yeah. Okay. Okay with all of this so far. Really want to do the eye there. That's okay. All right. Working. Perfect. All right. Okay. See, this is the fun part of the inking. The inking is just, again, because we put down enough information, it's a very fun process, as well as the painting too, because we have what we need to make decisions that we can feel good that we can feel good that those decisions will be very close to accurate. Cool. All right. Cruise over here. Eyes almost. These. Okay. Same up here, a little closer. Get farther away. Out. Go. As you push towards us, I guess, actually. Kind of funny. Okay. Again, now we're back to like the fur. Almost looks like a rabbit. A rabbit's fur. Sure, it changes depending on the armor in the game that you have. I have a turn to do the arrow real quick. Okay. Now I'm wondering if I want to do the top. I don't really want it. I have to, though. All right, we are cruising here. Final prep before tomorrow's Watercolor Wednesday. I I sometimes go back and forth between whether I should ink it out or leave it in pencil. But I do like adding pen and ink because one, you can keep the lines fresher and better as you paint. You don't have to be so careful not to lose them. The other reason is I kind of like we've talked about, the transparency, the layering effect that sometimes happens. And I really like when pen, sometimes you get those ghosted lines. So yeah, it's very much a personal choice, preference. The one thing I will say, like I've said, is it definitely lasts better than graphite, so you can be a little bit more free with your paint and not have to worry about keeping the drawing as much. If you want to. If you don't want to, then there you go. I like the option of choosing what I want to keep and get rid of each stage. Like I've talked about, that's why I continually put a lot of detail in my drawing stages when I'm doing stuff like this. It just helps me pick and choose as I go through, making it a funner process, or again, just for me. Yeah, we're just lining today, like we said, so we're gonna finish up the line work. Then we'll gonna be wrapping up today, a short one today, but again, we're prepping. We're kind of liking this broken style here, so we can put some content out there and keep building on it each time. Sitting and completing a piece, just not realistic given the time I spend on them. Each stream, I should say. But I really am enjoying the process of building on each previous stream, almost like a video. We're just doing it in a very live sense. I don't know about these yet, so. I don't think I'm gonna include them. I said that last time as well. Yeah, let's start getting bow here. So again, same as like we were talking about, put a lot of detail through this bow. And we're gonna try to keep it with for the pen, unless we again, as we draw and see something that we don't think. because it is a very detailed bow. So again, we're not going to be able to fit everything. Especially as we add painting and more, because we are using watercolor. But we can put down all the information we need and then continue to see. You can see how the texture is changing just in the line, from always a lot of different lines. They will act very different. Now we're adding a lot of details, but again, we are choosing to leave some out in our final pen and ink stage here, and even add some. Trying to make sure I can see what I need to see. Add in my watercolor. That comes this falling. Yeah. Now we're back to fur. So again, fur and hair, you can tell we're the very light broken line, sort of softer edges. Trying to draw to the material that it might be. You know what I mean? Just makes it easier for our eyes to put two and two together. And different materials have different edges. Just do. Back to some fur. A lot of that can be washed in with just watercolor. All right, keep working right up here. Here I have to hold my hand because I'm like just on the edge of the pad. The watercolor block. It's so funny. That I probably should have actually left. We're gonna stop that book. Start there. So like the metal part of the bow, you can see I'm using, trying to use a little cleaner of a line or an edge, because again it's a smoother surface. The smoother material is item. That's definitely going to be a little bit of an area that I'm gonna kind of made it up. Works though. A lot of these I'm putting in so that I can hopefully see them towards the end and then refresh them as I see fit, depending on which ones I want to continue to see. The part I'm going to kind of try to be pretty specific on as well. You can kind of see again with these lines here, we're contouring the bow to show the movement throughout it. Just works really well. It's a natural thing that's in the piece, but we want to make sure to accent them for sure. I want to make sure these hands are, I have the hands pretty much exactly how I want. So this part I am kind of almost copying my own jar. That thumb's significantly different now that I can see the lines instead of having it like we're talking about graphite sometimes being very shiny. You can see those lines real nice. with a obviously a pen. Sure with that thing. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Song always, this is a good song. I say this every stream. Labs, no sponsor here. Just good times, good artwork. Yeah. Right, it's cruising right through this piece here. You get these good beats, you just kind of disappear into your piece. Marks just kind of start making themselves. Be fun. But I've actually started listening to a lot more music like this almost. I guess this is exactly it. This has some lyrics, but just like lo-fi beats and stuff, because it's almost talks about classical music being one of the best things to listen to just like increase your brain activity. It's similar to that in that there's not like lyrics, so it's not exactly taking your focus, but it's kind of nice because it can be a little bit more specific to your taste. That kind of interesting. I love classical music, but it's hard to find a lot of it that I like. But lo-fi and like this chill music is just kind of like you just chill, and it's like just like a sound in the background. Great. So when you're working, you're really not focused on anything but the piecing. That little angle, I probably won't add that with paint or there because I can see it right now. Okay. All right, now let's see if we can do this. I have to turn it. I have to turn it for this just because it's going to be too detailed here. Might not even be easier actually. It's going to be just as easy if I just here. That's the rated edge in there. Okay. Cool. See where the marks end up going. Huh? As you can tell, we're using a lot of different styles, a lot of different materials, a lot of different techniques here in all of our art, from watercolor to pen and ink to this style. It's a little bit more illustrative. And again, just really trying to experiment with a lot of different styles. Enjoy the process, as we say. All we ever want to do, it's all we really can do. That's why we're doing it, right? If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. Art, at least. good, pretty good. Okay with it so far. I think that's pretty much it for the here. Now it's very important to go through and see that you like your marks. You always want to try to stay excited about the piece. So a big part is that when you leave it, like where you leave it, so that when you go back to it, it's exciting to start working on it again. It's not a, oh no, I have to fix all this stuff. Leave it at a point that you're very excited about it, if you can. So now I'm going through, and somewhat similar to our Last of Us piece, kind of edging out, like putting darker lines around her actual figure, and where I have to see certain lines here and there, so that again it's like her, you can see what's what as far as the layers of the piece, even in a simple sort of black sketchy drawing. So we have a quick one today. We're wrapping up here. We are finishing up the lining. And we'll be back tomorrow with the watercolor. And still got those lines in good. I always come back in with a white gel pen and fix any pen marks. Usually paint over, to be honest, but really don't like it. Cool. Quick short one today, but again, we wanted to just get this rolling, get this started. We were doing a lot of different other stuff, a lot of other work, IRL. We're still hitting the Monday through Friday all the time. And tomorrow we'll be back with the piece and we'll complete the watercolor process. Thinking it'll be around 1 tomorrow, earlier start. Yeah, yeah. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Cool. Said we are excited, just like our Harry Potter piece. We're staring at it and we're like excited to finish it up on stream here. That is where we're liking it a lot. That is where we're liking it. We're gonna wrap it up right here. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be watercolor, painting, adding color, all it. I don't think it's needed. It doesn't show enough. Yeah, see, it's not needed. It doesn't show enough of what it is. And it doesn't leave a blank spot in the composition too much. That's what sign it. I would rather sign it over here anyway. That's perfect. All right. Yes, we have a short one today. Hour about it. We did an hour yesterday, hour today. We're going to be doing a lot of not the shorter streams, but hour to 2 hours is kind of what we're looking for. And if we can split them so we can kind of keep building on them with certain pieces, we're going to continue to do that. So we continue to enjoy the process overall. We can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, for chilling, for vibing with us. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate the support. We will be back tomorrow with watercolor. We'll be painting this bad boy up, painting up Aloy, giving her some color, giving her some life. So be sure to hit that like and that sub and that bell so you don't miss that. And until tomorrow, till I see you next time, know it, but I'm going to say it in case you don't. Stay healthy, stay happy. Much love, gang.